Hey guys, I'm Rick, and that is one big pile of bricks with our amazing guest, Mel from Lego Masters USA Season 1. Woo! Hey
Yo,
Mel, how's it going,
what's
man?
man? What is up, man? Thanks for inviting me on to the podcast, man. Let's kick this party off, bro.
First remote podcast with a Lego Master. I would rather it in person one day, but distance is a big deal at the moment.
It is. It is. You're a full world away.
That's exactly right. So how do you feel now that you're like basically a Lego Masters veteran?
Oh man, it honestly, I got to tell you, like, I guess you got to be careful what you wish for. I was always a competitor, like a fall, for a very short time because I jumped
Yeah.
into the whole thing. And then, being around friends, being around the Pacific Asian stream on Saturdays, love those guys. And it just, I say, hey man, I'm gonna sign up for this, man. They ain't gonna pick me. And then boom, they pick me. So, so you got to be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. But it's surreal, man. I get to when I do get to go to conventions, I get to meet all kinds of people, all kinds of fans, and
Yeah.
to me, it's the kids, man. The kids, they light up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, the kids is what it's all about. It's always interesting seeing Lego Masters contestants interact with the kids because it's always about the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
AFOLs like to think about Legos for them, but really it's for the kids, right?
It is because A4's kind of got the money, not the kids, right? Like
Well,
the
that's
parents,
Lego's new
parents
strategy,
really
right?
don't know what you're buying, right?
Well, the Lego new strategy, like, they're happy to pump out, $1,000 Lego sets, or $1,000 here anyway. So,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely a lot of money. So, and it's amazing because, like you said, like those one day those kids will become A falls, and then they'll
Yeah.
be in search of those $1,000 sets, and who knows, 5, 10, 15 years from now, they'll be worth $2,000 instead of 1,000.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see because right now we're experiencing purchasing a lot of people's collections because a lot of people are either leaving Lego or they can't afford it at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do see a slight tide, like a turn in the tide on
Yeah.
that. Like people are walking away from the hobby a bit because it becomes too expensive, right? It becomes above like living above your means at certain points. But that's with like any hobby. Bro, before I even was a Lego enthusiast, I was a bicycle junkie.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, I would go on rides for like 200 miles or, at
Wow.
least 50 miles in one trek. And but like you buy the bike is probably about $5,000. You buy the shoes are 200. You buy your helmet, that's another 200. You buy your cycling like wear, that's another 300, $200. You know, so you get to a point where like with any hobby, that overhead costs you're all in, right? And then you
Yeah.
continue on like feeding that hobby with like accessories. With us, it's a set every year.
That's exactly right. At the moment, it's every week, it feels like.
Yes, yes. Now, like now, you enjoy the quality over quantity, or you just want the sets, bro?
So I have to clarify because we do sell the product that all the opinions in this podcast is of mine and Mel's and doesn't reflect the Lego group. Mel knows the spiel because Mel's in
I'm
the
part of the
family.
land, right?
That's exactly right. So my opinions of my own and does not reflect the opinions of the Lego group. I feel like at the moment there's a lot. I feel like there's too much, if anything. I feel like we need to scale it back just a
hmm
little bit because I feel
hmm
like we're still having COVID hiccups. Like
Yeah.
they went massive in COVID, which helped us. Helped
hmm
everybody that does Lego. But I
Right.
just feel like there's just a lot.
Right.
Like, when we first started, the whole range was 70 Lego sets. Now it's
Yeah.
800, dude. Like it's insane.
Yeah, it's super insane. And like, look, I want to say like I'm ungrateful. I'm totally grateful, but like you said, I'm more of a quality person over quantity,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're getting like a Ninjago set for instance, the Ninjago set, you're gonna get at the least when Ninjago comes out, you're gonna get at least 12 or more sets on one
Yeah.
weight. And
At
I
least
think
minimum.
at minimum 12 or more
Minimum,
sets.
dude. Minimum.
Yeah, and so at that point, it's like, okay, let's like if I was a business, right, and Lego is a business, but they run their own model. I ain't got no say in that at all. But if I was a business, if I was selling haircuts, and I had appointments for 50 heads on a Saturday. I'm gonna tell you, I would rather do 25 heads and know that my work was in quality versus,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna just do these 50 heads out and make money off of them. And but some of the sets, some sets to me, I could say that, like, they're not my day one. Would I pick them
Yeah.
up? I would pick them up for parts because I'm a mock person, but
Yeah.
they're not my day one. And some of the sets, yeah, I'll be. In fact, the ones that I've gotten from Land, I went back to the store to go get them on day
Oh,
one.
really?
Yes.
But it's really hard. I find that, like, if you're in LAN or you run a store that sells a product, you got to be very careful what you say because, like,
Yeah.
no one really understands the contracts we have to sign.
But here's the thing with that, and I get that. Like, I have A4 friends who, I'm gonna tell you, they probably hate my guts because I'm in Land and they are not.
Yeah, but
And
it's
and then
hard
I
work.
have
It's not
somebody, I
free.
have a
It's not
friend
free
like
Lego.
M&R, like M&R Productions. He's like, "Hey man, he's like, I'm excited you made it in. It wasn't for me." And and for his personal reasons, I won't say, but
Yeah.
for his personal reason, he said it wasn't for me, but he was like, "I'm glad you finally," he was glad for me to finally make it
Yeah.
in the Land. But then I have friends who never was in Land that, like, kind of hate my guts because I'm in it and they're not in it. And it comes to a
Yeah.
point where it's like, and they'll say stuff like, "Oh, well, you're gonna say your reviews are gonna be biased because you're with the Land."
Yeah.
Nah, friend, don't get me wrong. I do like getting free stuff, but I work and I have an able body. The stuff that I can get for free, I can go buy myself. And so, I give an honest opinion about a set. And, like, if you pay attention to me, you'll hear me say, "Oh man, go get this set. This is my day one." That means I really like this set. If I just, shoot the review and tell you where to get it or how much it is, I'm not really
Yeah.
feeling that set. And I'll tell you, like, I'm not really feeling this set. But
What?
it
So,
becomes like a breakup with friendships, right?
yeah.
Because they think you're being fake because it's free.
We've lost a lot of friends in our circles. Like when we first started the business, we've been going a long time, 13 years. It's a long time to
Mhm.
have a business around a product. And back then it wasn't what it is now. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't the monster Lego movie, 100 series of Lego Masters. Like we've lost a lot of friends over time because they're like, "Hey man, can you give me this for free?" I'm like, "No, I still got to pay bills."
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, but you get it for free." It's like, no, I have to pay like a cost price, and half the time the cost price doesn't cover. Like it's such a weird thing, and the Lego community
Yeah.
is very decisive on it. The Land brings people up, like they hate people that are in the Land. They don't like people that make money off the products. I got
Yeah.
some friends that are like, dude, this is awesome, and then I got some friends who just don't speak to me anymore. And it's like, well, if that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel.
Yeah, that's true. Now, do you find it, like you just said, do you find it tough to run your business? It's easy for you to run your business, with, I guess, outsiders, people that aren't in your circle as a friend.
Yeah.
Do you find it tough to run your business or have your business with, like, friends and family? Because, like you said, they probably they feel privileged to, oh man, I shouldn't be paying for this. You should be giving this to me for free. Your friends,
It's
right?
hard, but once you like, I've established boundaries with everybody. If they, as soon as they message me, like there's a certain Lego Master me and you were talking about before. He's like,
Hmm.
hey, blah blah blah. I'm like, go to my website, like because like if I can help you out, I will, and I'll look after you. But at the end of the day, like a true friend doesn't ask for free
No.
things, right? A true friend is
Uh-uh.
there, is ride or die, has got your back. They're not
Right.
asking for free product, effectively. But
Yeah.
if
I
it's
mean,
someone
if
I know,
anything,
I'll flick them something if it's someone I know, right?
yeah, yeah. And if anything, it's like, if I'm your true friend, I'm help promoting your business. Like, I'm gonna go to your store, I'm gonna patronize you, and I'm gonna put some video up so that you can get some footage. I mean, that's what friends do. It's like, it's the wrong way going. It's like going down the wrong way on the street.
Well, and this is the thing, like, I've got friends that are electricians or builders or plumbers or whatever they are. And when I get them to help me out of the store, I'm like, here, man, let me pay you. They're like, no, it's for free. I said, no. We all pay each other. That way, there's no later, oh, you owe me this, I owe you that sort of mentality. And with
Yeah.
the Lego community, it's really hard because the Lego community is a really strong community. Lego is a very lucky brand that they have a community that's ride or die that will just stick with them.
Right.
But it also attracts the wrong sorts of people sometimes.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it get to a point where, like, I guess I probably shouldn't say this is probably going to come back around, but oh well. I'm gonna shoot my
Just
shot
do it,
anyway.
man. Like it's
I'm
all we're
gonna
all
shoot my,
friends here.
I'm gonna shoot my shot anyway. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, Rick. That's why I got on the Lego Masters because my big mouth, my big fat mouth, and like and nothing's changed. I'm still gonna talk my trash, and so like I think that like I was hanging out with some friends when I was in as an AFOL, and it was a certain person that had to give me gimmies. Like there couldn't be no deals that would be done because this person had the
Yeah,
case of gimme gimmies, and it was like a one way street with this person. So
and
yeah, so I know what you mean.
that's always hard, right? I feel it's harder for you than for me, right? Because you're on a national TV show that was shown to millions of people in America and around the world. You're
Hmm.
gonna get a lot of people that are like, "Hey, man, can you get me this for free?" You're like, "No, that's not how it works."
Yeah, yeah. I think the
And
funniest thing
like,
the funny thing I ever, when you brought that up, I think the funniest thing I ever experienced was like, Lego Masters had came and gone, and people kind of knew me, and I'm standing at Lego in the line waiting for them to open, like probably 30, 40, 50 people back, and a person behind me looks, and he goes, "Oh man, that's a Lego Master." He goes, "Wait a minute. Why are you in line? Like, shouldn't you be like, shouldn't they be giving you this for free?" I said, "You know what, friend? You have a great idea." I said, I don't even know why I'm not getting this for free, but when I go in there, I know they're gonna want to take my picture." So,
well, and it's the thing, right? There's been a couple of Lego masters from Australia who used to work for the Lego stores here. The Lego stores in Australia are certified stores, so they're not proper Lego stores. And they would work for them and get their normally pay rate, but there'll be 100 people getting photos every day. And I'll be like, why aren't you charging them?
yeah,
Like, why aren't you
yeah,
charging your work more money? Like, it makes no sense. Like, what are you
right,
doing?
yeah, because they
And
get to advertise, "Hey, look who's coming to dinner."
that's exactly right. It's just like, and it's like us, right? Whenever we've had Lego Masters to the store, we always have an arrangement. We pay them or give them store credit or whatever people choose they normally want. But it's
Yeah,
just like, I just find it funny now with Lego Masters. Some of it's a lot of people want to just take off you instead of realizing that you're an asset.
yeah,
Because you guys, like the original OG Lego Masters, season one America,
yeah,
season one Australia, are like a
yeah,
massive asset, right?
right.
Like especially with you guys, like it's being the first season of anything is always hard.
Yeah, it is because you're the test dummy, and I felt that way with filming Lego Masters. I felt like we were the test dummies. They didn't know exactly what to do with us or how to do it. They were actually
Yeah,
treating our show like the Bachelor and the Bachelorette, and they were trying to they were trying to drum up some drama like the Bachelor and Bachelorette. And it's
yeah,
like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Nobody wants to wish anybody. True A falls, like true A falls don't want to wish
yeah.
any of their A4 buddies a bad day. Nobody. It just
What?
the
And that's the
A4 life
thing,
just don't
right?
work that way.
We're all friends, and we're all trying to get like this is the thing with Lego Masters and the producers, especially now with the newer season in Australia. I just find the contestants are awesome. I know some of them. I don't know most of them, but I just feel that we've reached a point, and I don't know how it is in America. You just reach a point where there's been enough series, and it's time to
Yeah,
give it a break.
yeah, yeah.
And
Absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
like I don't know. I'm a bit biased though. I'm friends with a lot of season one contestants, and it makes me feel like, here comes another season,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
another lot.
yeah. And honestly, I do. I feel like every season that comes out, I'm excited to see what the production cast comes up with, the new challenges, and then the
Yeah.
new pace, the new people that come in. But further and further, I'm like, yeah, like for instance, they're taking our shit off of Hulu. Like, you probably
Are
can't
they
even see
really?
season one. Yeah, you after this year, you will not be able to see season one on Hulu.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
They just
So
made it available here in
like
Australia.
they're erasing you from history like it never happened. Like it never, you know how like a basketball team wins a championship and they find out that the whole team was doing drugs or something and they take the
Yeah, they're
banner
just like,
down. Like it's like it never happened.
see, it's just, it's. I think they're just airing all the American seasons now in Australia. You can get it on like, there's an app here. They can get it on the app, but like if you have a VPN, you can watch them anyway. So like,
Yeah.
it's one of these things, right? I think it's hard for even season one here in Australia. Like Billsy, I'm really good friends with Billsy.
Yeah,
I think
Billsy,
it's hard because like once the new season, like Australia, I think we worked out there's 78 Lego Masters contestants in Australia now. Like that's a
yeah,
lot of people.
yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot.
And Australia is not a big country, so that's a lot of competitive space in the Lego category,
Yeah. You guys
right?
definitely do it big. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I felt Rick. I felt real old last year at Brick World Chicago, and I tell you why.
Yeah,
Like you remember like your grandparents. You ride in the car with your grandparents. You reach over to turn the radio up because it's your favorite song or whatever, and you turn it
yeah,
up, and Grandpa goes like this, like, "What are
yeah,
you doing?" Like. So it was a time where like all the Lego masters, all 72 of us were in one area by the steps. And it was here's the thing, it's like um I kind of pride myself on being myself, right? I don't have to put on because the lights and cameras on, right? This is this
yeah,
this is me, this is who you get. And so but with some Lego masters, they feel like, you put the lights on the showtime, right? And then they become
yeah.
this whole other persona, right? And I know I shouldn't say this because I'm probably gonna make a lot of, but not in, most of them don't talk to me anyway. And so, they don't talk to me anyway. So I'll it. I don't have an axe to grind with any of them, but they don't.
Yeah,
I'm not their cup of tea anyway. So I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not going to break my neck. That's when I'm not going to break my neck to pretend. And so at that point, I felt like grandpa, and everybody else were like the bunch of kids that were turning the music up real loud. And it was like, look, oh man, the noise. Like, let me go
yeah,
back to being an A fall, and that's what I did for Brick World Chicago. I just went ahead and just became an A fall because I just didn't want to be around that, you know. And don't
yeah,
get me wrong, I do enjoy the little bit of success that I have, and I'm grateful for it. But at the same time, I still like my peace, man. Like I still want to be me without being somebody else.
yeah. It's hard, man, because like when I go to a Lego event, I can't enjoy it anymore because like everyone wants to talk to me. Awesome. I'm very grateful I have what I have. I'm incredibly lucky. Not many
Yeah,
people can do what I do. Like it's hard. It's not easy. But
right.
sometimes I go to a Lego event and I'm like, oh man, at the end of it, I'm so tired because you're talking to everybody.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like it's different for you guys. You guys are obviously a lot more famous, but it's just like at the end of it, I'm like, why am I so tired? I should be relaxed. Like, but because you're chatting to everybody at the end of the weekend, you're like,
Everybody.
wow, I'm
Yeah,
really run down. Like, that's why I
yeah.
like going to the overseas Lego events because no one really knows me, so I can just enjoy what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah. I enjoy going to Lego stores because when I go to Lego store, other than maybe one or two like Lego employees that know me,
Yeah,
well, but they already seen me like a dozen times, so they're not so starstruck and they're not gonna scream my name.
yeah,
Nobody knows me, and I think that's the plus that my season is now an older season because everybody's looking at the new stuff now. And so, and even people that are catching on and watching new stuff, they haven't even seen season one yet, and and it's great, like because I can walk into a Lego store, go all the way to the pick a brick wall, and get my stuff in bliss, like without without being bothered.
But you look at it like the way I look at it too. There's a few key big players in the Lego Masters community that I find like you grind a lot. Billsy grinds, man. Billsy does so much work, dude. It's
Yeah,
like he just doesn't stop, right? And mad respect for Billsy. Like people don't understand that what he does every day streaming is incredibly hard,
yeah,
and it's
yeah. It is.
exhausting.
Yeah, yeah, it's nonstop, and like and I thought I tried to take that route too, Rick. I did. Like I said, oh, I'm gonna just stream and stuff like that, and I find somebody stream and talk some trash with and stuff like that. But like you said, it's a lot to grind every week or even every month or something like that. Like it's even
Yeah,
I had a show where me and my friends, we would build like impromptu builds, and
Yeah.
that was like, it was fun. But at the end of each stream, my room was a mess because I'm in here trying to grab parts and stuff like that, so it just became too much. And
Yeah.
so and you take a break from it. So but that, so that's probably why like a lot of my streams are like inconsistent, because I do it for the hobby. I don't do it for the grind. I don't do it to be a big time YouTuber. I don't follow Mr. Beast. I'm too old to be following Mr.
Mr. Beast
Beast.
is a bit young for both of us, I think.
Yeah, I'm probably old enough to be Mr. Beast's father. So like I'm too old to be like fanboying over Mr. Beast. So like I don't do that.
But I don't know. Like Lego content is hard. We're nearly at 60 podcasts, man, and not like I had to take a break for like 6 weeks because it just reached a point where it's not fun anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it's not fun, it's like I said to Caroline, I'm just gonna take a break, and she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just need a break because I'm a bit
Yeah.
tired and I'm a bit run down, like." And she was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, take as long as you need because just for your brain, you need to like take a break." And now that I'm getting back into it, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Mel because I know
Yeah.
we always spoke about doing something." Because I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna reach out and see what happens."
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm approachable. I am. I just like talking trash, Rick. I do, but like, I'm approachable. I'm approachable. So like, it's very easy though. So when you said something, I was like, yeah, man, let's do it. You know, I wish I had an opportunity to come out there to Australia, and it kind of got muffed. But like,
Did you
one of
want to
these.
talk about it?
Yeah, absolutely. We could talk about it. Like we could talk about it. But
Uh,
I'm trying to make it to a brick venture one day, one year. So like I'm trying to work that out. Maybe next year, like next year, probably
Oh,
probably. So if I plan now, I could probably still execute it for next year. So
well, for those I know the story, but obviously a lot of people watching and listening at home don't know the story. You were meant to be on this latest season of Australia versus the World Lego Masters.
yeah, yeah, it was, and that was true. Like, they called, and I out of the blue, and of course somebody prep you, say, hey, look, these people going to call, answer
They're gonna
answer the
call
phone.
you, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna call you, answer the phone. So like, I answered the phone and I talked to them, and they were awesome, man. Like the producers, like I met the two producers, like they were cool. And then I went through the whole process and everything. And of course they're suiting they're suiting other American builders and
yeah,
stuff like that, Lego masters, and they picked their team, right? And so they told me, take hit the showers because I was done. And so yeah, that kind of made me mad, Rick, because like that was around my birthday, and I'm thinking I'm gonna be in Australia for my birthday. I'm getting all excited. I'm going to go spend some money, go get my passport straight, and
yeah,
everything, and I'm taking an ice shower, and I don't make it. Am I mad about it? Yeah, because that's an opportunity that passed me by.
yeah.
But I am happy. I am happy for Natalie, and I am happy. No, no, Natalie. What's the girl's name? See that? Uh, Crystal and yeah,
Wait, let me just quickly see what the girl's name is just in
yeah, yeah,
case.
yeah. Let me know
Lego.
what their names are. Natalie was her partner.
Natalie was her partner, right? Because Natalie had the
Yeah,
red hair.
yeah,
Let's see who the team is. I know
yeah.
it's Crystal, the other girl for Life Me. I'm so sorry if she watches this. I'm so sorry.
You could
Let's have a look.
you could always edit it out. You don't have to roll with that. Like I mean, you can for shits and giggles. You could.
Yeah. Wait, here we go. It's Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, I'm sorry, Michelle. I should know better, but I don't. I'm a fool, Michelle. So don't pay me no mind. Um,
I thought they might have would have got like tacos out or something like that. Like I was a bit. It's just
yeah,
bit. I don't know, man. Like Crystal's awesome. I'm surprised they didn't bring out her partner, like Amy,
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell you, Amy's traveling the world. Amy is like a big cyber security person, like a big
Yeah,
time. I'm telling you,
yeah,
big
yeah,
time. And so Amy is like traveling the world right now, and go for her. Like, And that's girl power right there. Like, you get to get your punch your ticket any way you can, and that's what life is like. Taking these flights, going to see the world and stuff like that. That's having power.
Yeah, because
Um,
I sort of messaged her when I heard that there was an American team on. I was like, oh,
but
I said, hey Amy, how you doing?
here's my rip into that, Rick. Here's my rip. Is it really Australia versus the world? Because
Okay,
There's more Lego Masters teams, and you're gonna keep this one. There's more Lego Master teams throughout different countries that aren't on that stage, bro. Is it
so
really Australia versus
I
the
have an
world, or
issue
just
with this
Australia
season.
versus a few?
All right, so this is my few. I have a few takeaways from this season. What I would have done if I was the producer, I would have chosen, say, Henry and Cade from season one,
Uh
and
huh.
then would have had like 7 or 8 other teams from around the world, because then
Right.
it would have been Australia versus the world.
Right.
But they chose 3 unknown teams who don't know how to build Lego properly and chucked them in a situation like that's the real thing, right? Like respect to them.
Oh man, you
I know
pulling out
these
the
guys,
topic.
like I know them. I know half of them. You guys are awesome, but it's not the Lego. Like they're not Lego masters.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing too. I thought that, not to take anything away from Michelle and my girl Crystal. Crystal just won our the Christmas holidays
yeah.
spectacular, and but I, I would say Tyler and his wife Amy. First off, Mark and Boone. If you and here's the thing, since you're mixing teams up, right? You're mixing
Yeah.
teams up. Why not have Boone and Aaron for
Well,
the U.S.?
I don't know if they could be because they work for Lego now, right? So there could be a rule where
Well,
they're not allowed to do it,
Boone did the holiday spectacular, and he worked for Lego. David worked for Lego,
yeah.
and he did the holiday spectacular. So
Well, and
working for
this
Lego don't mean a hill of beans, bro. If they want you, you gonna go. You good to go. Like, if they want you, you good to go. They proved that.
Well, because like, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but you know how like, uh, Jessica and her partner, is it Sam? Was his name
Yeah.
Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know how those two are not exactly the best of friends right now, right? They don't really get along well,
Absolutely. They never were. They never
right?
were, Rick. They were put together by the production team, bro. They
And that's
didn't
the
know each
thing.
other from a can of paint. One lives on one side of the coast and the other one lives on the other side of the coast. And here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. None of them went to a Lego convention prior to Lego Masters. They both were artists, bro, that just happened to work with these bricks. That's
Well,
it.
and that's the thing, right? So I know who Sam's original partner was meant to be.
Yeah.
There's a guy that works for Lego. He used to design Legoland theme parks, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he was going to be on with Sam, and then they said, "No, we don't want you. You're too talented," or some rubbish they used. You know how like the
Yeah.
producers always tell you lies, right? They're like, "Oh no, you just don't fit the mold," whatever the bullshit they're trying to say. But it's
Right.
like he didn't get on, and then obviously Sam and Jessica were a bit of a firecracker situation.
All right, so let me school you. Let me school you up. Let your uncle school you up, man. Let your uncle school you. I'm gonna school you up, all right? Because like some people know about this story and some people don't. I think you're one of them people that don't know about it.
Probably
So
don't. Yes.
so Aaron was approached by Lego Masters, who now works for Lego. He
Yeah.
was approached to be on a show, right? And they were heavily recruiting him. And he said, "Well, I don't have a partner. My wife's really not into it. I don't want to do the husband wife thing." And so they were like, "Don't worry about it. We want you on the show. We'll try to find you a partner." They found Jessica for him. Him and Jessica sits on a Zoom and they try to vibe and talk together.
Yeah.
Aaron wasn't with it. He said, "No, this matchup just isn't for me. If I'm going to be on a show, it's going to be the right situation. So thanks, but no thanks." They
Yeah.
said, "But hold on." They tell Aaron to hold on. We're
He's
gonna
like, I'm out. See you
right person.
later. He's
We're gonna find you the right person. Just hold on. If you're on the show, we're gonna find you somebody. So months later, they end up finding Christian down at Virginia Brick
yeah,
Fair,
yeah,
and they cast the idea. Well, this guy could be Superman, and this guy could be Clark Kent. But
yeah,
then with the whole situation with Jessica, they held on to Jessica because she was this artist that they just wanted to have her on, right? Sam had applied with his ex boyfriend, right?
yeah,
And who also was into Lego, and they went ahead and they auditioned, right? How do I know? I was in the same audition room with them. So for whatever reason, they wanted Sam, but they didn't want his ex-boyfriend, right? And so they
Yeah.
sent the ex-boyfriend home, asked Sam to hang back, and then they went ahead and paired up Sam with Jessica.
Oh. And then look how that worked out. You
Yep.
know?
So you had so now you got it. So now you have two teams that were made by the production team. They
Well, the
were made
same
by
thing
the
happened here in
it wasn't
Australia.
natural. They were made by the production team. So
Well, look at Billsy and Kale. Like they hated each other for a long, long time. They get along now, but
yeah,
at the start, man, they were like beefing because when you get two people that don't know each other, that are not comfortable with each other, that don't know how to build together, who don't have the same like wavelength or spidey sense, like they're not on the
yeah.
same wavelength, you're
Hmm.
gonna have firecracker situation, and this is
Oh
the
yeah.
problem with merging people together, right?
Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. And that
Especially
was
when you got a flamboyant gay guy and a flamboyant girl together that don't
yep.
really get along.
Yeah.
Like I love Sam. Sam's awesome. Same as Jessica, amazing people. But like
Yeah.
put them together, they just didn't gel well.
Yeah. They didn't gel well at all. And I think the fact that they gel. Hey, look, me and you, we might not gel well, and that's cool. But we have what is called the coof to kind of put a cap on the shit so that we
Yeah,
ain't looking like an ass, right? And
yeah,
so I think that the cap was taken off by production to no, we want to exploit this, so
yeah,
maybe, so I think I'm gonna say maybe the hand was kind of pushed a little bit for that group right there. It was pushed just a
yeah,
little bit. But I think something that was natural, right? Something that was natural was Aaron and Christian had bumped heads on the first episode, right?
yeah,
And we're doing amusement park, the amusement theme park, right?
yeah, yeah,
And they're building a space theme park. So it's Christian's idea. He was heading it up. That was day one, bro. That was day one. Day two, but right before day two, at the end of day one, Aaron took Christian into the hotel room. They go in the hotel room. They have a come to Jesus meeting. They come out. Now it's not even Christian's project no more. It's Aaron's project. And Aaron hoists up a like 5 foot tall a Ferris wheel, and he ends up winning the challenge with the Ferris wheel.
yeah. I think the biggest problem is someone had to take control, right? And
Yeah.
obviously Aaron's gone like, look, I need to do this. Christian's actually, a lot of people don't know isn't he in like the National Guard or whatever? Like he's in like
Yep.
the
Yep. He
military.
is. He's good point. He's a soldier. He takes
That's
orders,
right.
right? He don't
Exactly
really give them.
right.
He takes orders. Yeah.
So he's just gone, I'm taking control, and Christian's gone, okay, like because that's what he's used to. He's happy for that situation. I just think, you know, when you're putting two artists that are, totally opposite ends of the room together, you're not going to get a great situation.
Right. Right.
And I think it's hard because you can see now they don't talk. Like you can tell who doesn't talk after the show. You never see
No.
them together.
No,
No
you don't see
photos
him.
together.
No. Mm-mm.
And
Nope.
like I don't know if does he go to Lego events. I don't even see him
He
going to any Lego
he
events.
does. He does. I'll retract that statement. He does. Like Christian goes to Lego events. I've seen him. I've seen him in Virginia, and every now and again, if Aaron is stateside, he'll hit that one and maybe meet up with Christian. But they're
Yeah.
not. They're not breaking bread together, bro.
No.
They just not.
Same as
You know,
Jessica and Sam, right? They're not sitting down and having a
Jessica
meal together.
Jessica lives in Miami, and Sam lives still lives in California.
Yeah, it's too hard.
So they're on two different coasts. That it's just not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen for them. Now, don't get me wrong. Both of them are dynamic artists. If you need some stuff done, that's who you go see. You go see my man
Yeah,
Sam, or you go see Jessica. They fire. But as far as like being a team, a gelling
yeah.
team, a team that probably should have been voted off long ago.
Oof. You can say that now. It's all
Here's
right. I
the thing.
can't say that though.
Here's the thing, Rick. I ain't even looking to get back on Lego Masters. I think I did. I think I did everything. I think I've taken every opportunity that Lego Masters has given me. I don't think they're giving me anymore, bro. So, like,
But the thing is too,
like
like,
life goes on. And here's the thing: like when you take that psych test, right? You take that psych test when you sign up over here. They want to know that if you could survive without Lego. I've been surviving before Lego Masters. I can survive without a Lego Masters.
Well, and I think too,
And
like you look at Jessica, she's into the crypto game now, right? Isn't she do
yeah,
crypto stuff? Yeah, she does
yep,
a lot of
crypto.
crypto stuff. Now,
Yep.
just a warning too, if you want to go see Sam's Instagram, maybe don't watch it at work. It's not safe for work. He does post some interesting photos on
Yeah,
there. So
you
don't
know,
open it up at work.
I'm gonna
Like
tell you something. I'm glad you see that, man, because I'm gonna tell you another story. I'm glad you see that. So so I was about a year off from the holiday spectacular for Lego Masters, right? It's been a year, right? So now that contract had been ended, right? And so me and Corey, Sam Brago, we're talking around the part of the brick eruption, and we start, because they got the SAG going on, they got the actors strike and all that stuff.
yeah.
And so I, asked the question like, hey man, how is it that who is working and they got the strike going on? I said, where I'm from, that looks like somebody's crossing the picket line or something like that. So I get a phone call from M and All Shine Lego Masters telling me to take my social media down.
Seriously.
Yes, yes. So I told the guy, I said, look, that's twice that y'all came to me and asked me to take some social media down. I know I'm the only one because y'all ain't after nobody else. I said, but two, I said, you have somebody like Sam that is posting new mosaic pics of people being intimate, and y'all ain't telling him to take his stuff down. And then you got a couple of Lego Masters that are, and I'm sure I'm messing this up because maybe it's fans only or only fans or whatever. They got
Yeah.
an OnlyFans page calling themselves the Lego Master, showing all their bricks,
Really?
and y'all not telling him, y'all not shutting his mouth up or trying to silence him. You coming after me. Like, I don't understand
Well,
that.
it's one of those things, right? It's a very interesting subject and a very interesting world right now where like certain subjects you can't talk about without being, in trouble. So, and there's certain subjects you can talk about. It's
Yeah.
very interesting that someone has a special spicy website that they're sharing intimate photos on.
Yeah.
Like it's a big thing. And it's just, I always find it interesting how people make money after Lego Masters. Because
Yeah.
Lego Masters can't be your whole personality. And if you get stuck, you're in trouble because there's always new people jumping on, right?
Oh yeah. 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 And that's just it. Like, if I was one of these new Lego masters, find that one thing that you want to capitalize on, use your platform and roll, man. Don't look back, roll. I said, because here's the
Yeah.
thing is that I think there was some Lego Masters while we were shooting, thinking that they were going to get on the Bachelors next. They was going to be the next Captain America, and it was like, look, friend, like I think Chris Evans kind of got that thing on lock. Like I don't think that they're recasting that role. And good luck on Bachelors. Like good luck. Like, but I think that the perception is, and I hear from like A Falls that want to be on the show. Dude, be on the show for the shits and giggles. Be on the show because you want to win that $100,000. Be on the show because you want to just build with your buddy and make some memories, right? But if you think that for a second that I'm gonna be on a show and I'm gonna be famous, bro, let me tell you, I'm back at home, stateside in Maryland, working a 9 to 5. I'm not famous. Like,
Well, and
boom,
it's the thing, right? Like, we
Boone's
get
working
kid.
for Lego. He's not famous. Like he's not
Well,
famous. He's
Boone,
working for
you
Lego.
got Gus from Lego Masters Australia. Like, it doesn't make you famous.
No.
Like, unless you're a judge, like, you're not going to be famous.
Right.
But even
Yeah.
they're under strict rules as well. Like, Brickmaster Amy, she can't do certain things because she's still a Lego employee.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So, well, on that note, Mel, thank you so much for the chat, man. It's been amazing. We might have to do a part two where we share more
I'm
intimate
up for it,
secrets
friend.
about Lego Masters. Well, I appreciate you. You stream Iceberg. Where do you stream, man? YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube as Iceberg Bricks and Instagram iceberg_bricks. You can catch me there, bro.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Mel. We appreciate it.
All right, you bet, man.
See you, man.